Many YouTubers have talked about Ayane Akada. I won't repeat the same old content such as skills explanation. As an experienced player from a Chinese server, I need to clarify some misunderstandings about Ayane. First of all, Ayane is the key figure for the Frost team. She is probably the first Galatea figure worthy of investing. As you may notice, the Galatea brand is much weaker than other brands in terms of useful figures. The first misunderstanding is that Ayane is only useful in the Frost team. That is not correct. The traditional Frost team is not very powerful in many aspects of the game. So it is not worth forming a Frost team just for Ayane. It will waste your time and money. After several months of playing, Chinese players have found a new team that is perfect for Ayane. That is Zephyr, Erixia, Crossel, and Ayane. The most important partner is Erixia. That is why some players felt Ayane is not strong in the first place, because they pair with the wrong team. The second misunderstanding about Ayane is the recommended sets from developers. After testing her on many occasions, attack sets are not the best sets for her. The best set is still the typical tank sets such as first aid kit or defense set. The third one is about her special background. I believe the developer will offer players to buy her special background when she is released on the global server. I don't recommend auto players to buy it. Her exclusive game circle background can make good use only when you manually release her EX skill. I believe most players play this game automatically. Most time, you are wasting the 60% reduced damage buff if you autoplay. So you should only invest this background when you prefer to manually play this game. Just to make things clear, in Apocalypse War such as Picra, you have to manually release her EX skill as Picra's ultimate skill is too powerful. 60% damage reduction will save Ayane just in time. But if you still don't like playing manually, I suggest you can just use early Summer Sunny Storm background. You will recover HP and energy automatically. And it is free. For the best badge, I recommend the Flame Summer badge. After testing for many different badges such as Shadow badge or Valor badge, Flame Summer badge just works better with Ayane EX skill and can keep your team surviving longer with more frequent EX skill. Next, I will talk about some weaknesses of Ayane. Ayane EX skill is not an instant control skill as Yoko. For example, when fighting Picra, players can use Yoko ultimate skill to interrupt boss skill. So your team can survive longer. Although Ayane's skill can freeze boss for a while, you can't depend on the skill to interrupt boss skill. This skill is a slow-released skill. It means you can't freeze the boss before it releases its ultimate skill even you cast Ayane's skill before boss skill. However, Ayane is a great partner for Yoko. As a vanguard figure, Yoko is pretty fragile, which can't take too much damage from Picra. She usually will die after 4 to 5 rounds. But with Ayane's shield, she can survive almost the end of the fight. So Ayane is a great boost for fighting higher difficulty Apocalypse boss. The next two examples are fighting in Nightmare 315 floors and Arena. As you may know, 315 floors is famous for enemy insane attack damage. I can't beat this floor by using Megan and Chrysos combination or Megan and Elixir. When I use Megan and Elixir, the backlines are dead very quickly because of the insane damage. But if I don't use Elixir, frontlines are dying very quickly as well. But with Ayane constant shield, my team can beat this floor very easily. So when you fight some ridiculous floors, you can try the Ayane team in the video. Then we move to PvP sections. I will show you how to beat whales with Ayane. The first fight is against a 260 power team while my power is 220. The enemy team is using Zarola to kill my back line for her burst damage while his front line can hold the ground. Ayane is the best counter pick for burst team. Her passive skill can keep the fragile figures alive, especially when you have Elixir in the team. So it is very normal to beat a burst team with much lower power. The only thing to keep in mind: pick a team with no silencing skill. If your Ayane got silenced by enemy team, your team will die very quickly. Next enemy team, we will try to beat a 280 power team. He is using Megan and Crossel tactics. Crossel is a very powerful figure which can melt the front line very easily. I hope the global server can release her quickly as she is very useful in all scenarios. So the key point about this fight is the tankness of Ayane. In order to survive from Crossel's insane damage, Ayane need to spread the damage to her teammates. Then when her HP is below 50%, her passive is triggered and a beefy shield will protect her from dying. After a quick energy regeneration, Ayane is able to cast her EX skill again so the enemy team can't deal enough damage to her. As a result, the enemy team will slowly be taken out one by one. Ayane in this fight was just pink 4. You can imagine how powerful she will be when she reaches max levels. That is all I have to say about Ayane. In conclusion, you don't need to train more Galatea figures or Frost figures for Ayane. She is very useful when you have Elixir and Zephyr. I recommend free to play to get her. Happy gaming! Peace out!